Bellises made you sick. Pandemic influenza type A and all other flus and alleged pandemic COVID-19 severe acute respiratory syndrome. Also, I believe alleged cold influenza, factual. Other strains, influenza, maybe not, influenza type K. Vaccines, influenza, COVID-19, SARS, all those vaccines. And more people, as more people, more others dying instead of recuperating and or recuperating, feeling better, recovering, got well. Excuse me. Beauty farted. Honestly, but don't come blaming me because I'm a witch, a sorcerer, and lied it's all my fault. All before, all during, all later, and all since February 23, 2025. Other people with feet, footwears, swine, whether it was avian and or other. I don't blamed avian. I don't blamed animals, although other people's feet, footwears, and all they touched, private property, residential. Where were those feet, those footwears, hands, etc.? All before, all during, all later, all since. Were they infectious? Were they contagious? Did they give notices of entry? Not always. I did not give my consents and or permissions. They entered. My cat did not give me influenza type A. My pussycat Rudy Noel did not give us influenza type A. My pussycat Rudy Noel did not cause us respiratory illnesses. To look at the links yourselves, I highly recommend not masking. I greatly recommend not isolation. I greatly recommend regular hand washing, soap and water, and faces. Dental hygiene too. All hygiene. Doesn't have to be super. Just I and lots of fluids, because whatever the body doesn't need, the body should, can, could, may, must, and need excrete through from bodily fluids, such as those respiratory infections, contagious, all before, all during, all later, all since 1918. All the deaths that have already occurred over the years, and all before, all during, all later, all since 1918. And modern medicine during the last 7 or 8 years has not made that any better. Instead, worse. I believe. I believe being active, athletic, all before, all during, all later, all since the alleged lockdown lifted, the country I'm in now, I began exercised outside more because it made me feel better. And then come February 23, I exercised less outside. Because of that, influenza type A, and I was the victim of more than one stalkers off and on and off the internet. And I feared my privacy and safety. It took me more than 4 months to feel better completely. I don't feel 100% now. I have a bit of a cough. I don't believe I'm infectious, and I don't believe I'm contagious. I don't have asthma. I don't have COPD. I don't have bronchitis. I don't have pneumonia. I believe it's seasonal allergies. I'm allergic to somebody or something, and that's a normality. I am. And as I was put on potassium, I don't remember being given a diuretic. I might have been given diuretics. I don't think I was given because when I vomited up everything. I have chucked from one end and the other, including off phlegm. And I've had bouts of phlegm, nose, mixed with blood. And I tried to stay home as many times as I can. I don't want to infect and contagious give to anybody else. Respiratory, anything that's an illness. I don't want to kill anybody like that. And when it's my footwears, I often, if I'm invited somewhere, I'll try and wipe them down occasionally. I believe, although other people that were too on in, out from, and by my home with their footwears and their hygiene could have caused, such as my cough, influenza type A. It was not my pussycat, Rudy Noel, and it's not my cactus, my botany that did it. It was one and more other people. High traffic, and that's not our fault. And how the corporations didn't maintenance and repairs outside all doors and windows, all walls, all ceilings, all floors, all windows, all that stuff that was common areas public. My cat was congested when died, respiratory, congested heart failure, etc. And we could prolonged the inevitable. The veterinarians told me and showed me that we could do more, although my pussycat Rudy Noah was suffering more, and it would have lingered the inevitable. It was not likely my pussycat would have been out of pain. It would have been more pain relievers. It would have been more surgeries. Were we to operated within the next 24 hours, what was in my pussycat would have spread and killed my pussycat. And when I was to bring my pussycat home, if I did, which was a big if, my pussycat needed oxygen 24/7 until. And my cat wanted to come home with me to the very end. And when the euthanasia was going through, my pussycat, Rudy Noel, Bellis, at there, Mississauga, Oakville, my pussycat looked at me, lots of life still in his face and eyes, everything. I could see life I felt life until the veterinarians and everything said his heart stopped. And I could see that too. And they allowed me to listen to, and I could not hear. We could not find a heartbeat for hours. I stayed hours. And I believe the grief mourning took its toll on me for a week or two more, and then come February it was just winter and I didn't feel well. And I collapsed. I did not fall. I collapsed. And my mom called for an ambulance and I was rushed to the hospital as soon as the other people from next door left us all alone. I couldn't get on an elevator. We finally got me to the ambulance and to the hospital. And then more than 2 more weeks of healthcare before I could even, it was an awful thing. I almost died. What else is new? It seems to be a going thing. This year I almost died. In 2006 I almost died. In 2010 I almost died. And I tried not to show it and told Gary. Published because I didn't want stalkers to know and come after us more and hurt and harm us more. Feet, footwears, etc. I know we need a plumbing, but that's not the same illness. Plumbing is nothing compared to that. Plumbing is not a plastic toilet. That is not influenza type A. That's just like it happens occasionally. That's not influenza type. It's not influenza type A. It's not influenza type B. Here you go. Here's your donut and 2 peanut leaders. Yes, you better get water.
Well, another got a drink.
Yes.
You never did make
Mom. Yes, I am.
I don't want it yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, 2 hours too late.
No, it's not. What do you want? Do you want anything to eat or drink?
No,
Do you want to eat toast?
no, I'm going to start just.
Huh?
No, I'm in bed. One at night.
Wait, it's early.
I'll wait it out.
You want cheese and crackers or anything? My mom's in a grumpy mood. She's been like that all day. So at the time, possibly because she doesn't remember it, that she won at bingo. And or she didn't. I don't know what happened. I still believe my mom won bingo. I don't know where her winnings went. I know my winnings. While waiting for my mom, I was playing a card. I could swear something will win. Maybe I'm wrong. It's all out there on the internet anyway. I try to do some social media, multimedia entertainment for my fans. Might be the last time. Friday wore pink. Fridays wore pink. It's a seasonal though. I'll go. Are you eating your Brazil nut? You eating your Brazil nut? Why not? You're gonna eat it though, right? At least she's gonna eat her nut. I ate some that's serving up in Arizona earlier. And raw radish and a raw piece of celery and some pink salt. And then I ate 1 cup of cooked rice, a serving of cooked broccoli, and a serving of cooked cauliflower, and some soy sauce. This weekend I'll probably get our Swiffer and give the floors a bit of a go. And I'll probably take one of those Lysol wipes, maybe 2 or 3, and clean the soles of some of my shoes that have been at home, my slippers. These ones, they're indoor outdoor footwears. Well, these ones are indoors. They're supposed to be indoors, not outside. And my outside ones, I actually might put the other ones in the wash and clean off some of my winter boots. I've been very careful just because I wash my hands as often as I can. The first thing I try and do most days is as soon as I come in, before I touch many things home, I wash my hands. Before I go out, try and wash my hands. Before. I don't blame animals. I truly do not blame animals. I really truly do not blame animals. I blame the high population of other people. Dirty footwears, dirty hands, dirty. That's where it came from. Dirty. Other people. And I'm sensitive to chemicals. On my left wrist, my left forearm, my left hand. I can only do so much. Because I'm very sensitive to chemicals, allergies, etc. Having somebody come in to clean with lots of chemicals is not very often, although at least once a month I like. And or once every 2 weeks. It depends. And in addition to that, on social media, networking, online, internet, virtual, all that. Please, privacy and safety. Be careful what you show and tell. And be careful what your comments, comment areas, chat areas. Don't worry about me. Other people's stalkers. I go into other people's stuff on the internet, social media. And there's been one and more that came, followed me there. Followed us those there. It was scary. And one and or more. Those stalkers expected themselves to get invited over tea or coffee and maybe a snack, a biscuit or something each. And since they were internet trolling, harassment, and bullying, cyber stalking, they expected us to just take it and all their violence. And we were asked, no, absolutely not. Get out. I remember one time Mary Pat Madden alleged and Andrew Taylor alleged themselves, that's their names. I came home and they were sitting in my living room. And I was asked, get out. You don't talk to me like that in my home. You don't walk around with me like that in my home. You get out. Eventually they got out. And I reported it to the police. We had a police report, current sensitive number, internet, etc. And Jean, Roger, and Janice, they were told to get out as well. And Margaret Sabo. And then they would ask my mother harassed and bullied my mother. Stalking my mother, tried to convince my mother. All the stalkers tried to convince my mother and I, oh, we like you, we love you, we want to spend some time, we'll keep calling you, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here, you should pay your bill, buying a note, etc. Absolutely not. You go away. You're bad. So as I said, cautious. Keep your immune system up. I have a high biotin diet. It helps my hairs, skin and nails. And the biotin I'm taking now, most days, without collagen. And I'd be very careful with the collagen. I had a reaction to collagen. And I had a reaction to a multiple vitamin that was had seaweed and stuff. Now that is a different thing. I think I got influenza type A from that. The seaweed I was eating and that multiple vitamin supplement that was supposedly low in iron, ferritin. Well, that's what made me go gassy. Near death. That and plus all those other people from public common areas on my floor. Especially. The vitamins were secondary. C was secondary. I like them. I continue having sea salt. That doesn't bother me any. So as I said, the only thing I can put down to is other people. Not necessarily the same races, creeds, and religions as Bellis are. Such as 1909 and somebody else on the 19th floor, I'm sure. It's all in security scares. All of them. And I do. That's the word I like to describe their stalking off and on and off the internet. Themselves, swine. Worse than any other influenza type A. And on my cat paws. I already know what paws. I already know what paws. All that floor. All that stuff. And them stalking us so that we couldn't put out our garbage on a regular basis and staff couldn't come to add on in out from here when invited, when confirmed as us Bellis's visitors, guests. Just disgusting. Especially on the front door handles. Front door handles. I mean, especially since all that's alleged epidemic, all those things. All before, all during, all later, all since 1918. All before, all during, all later, all since 1918. And that's not me being racist, bigot, discriminatory, discrimination, prejudice, prejudges. I'm not being a hater or anything. I'm not predatory, I'm not resentful, I'm not premeditated, I'm not violent, I'm not hateful, I'm not a hater, I'm not jealous, I'm not harassment, I'm not bullying, I'm not internet trolling, I am not cyber stalking, I'm not stalking anybody. It's just all that happened. That's all I can trace it back to is the fact that those stalkers kept isolating us themselves, all purposefully, all wrong, all bad, all not lawful, all not legal, all not sane, all not competent, and all not employable themselves. Swine. Front doors, their hands, their feet, their footwears from outside, outside, common areas, public spaces, public places. More so than anywhere else. There was a high population at some time or other. That's all on security's cameras, all on were. And all should, can, could, may, must, and need show and tell, showed and told, and shows and tells all happened to us. And all names and all who, what, where, when, why, and how, and all from where and when. Including alleged staff, alleged property manager, and alleged site administrator. And one and more alleged security guards. And one and more alleged concierges. I mean, I'm not the perfectionist. I do live messy. I do admit that. So if most of my audience, messy, that's not meaning dirty. Okay, I maybe need a new toilet. That's next year. That plumbing. Bathroom sinks. I trust this. I don't like putting down anything like whatever. That's the one brand I trust. And then I like to boil the kettle and put it down afterwards, and it usually gets rid of the clogging. I don't know what's causing it. It can't be my hairs, because I don't usually brush my hairs over any sinks. I don't even do anything when I do it myself. I usually sit over there, or I brush my hair in my bedroom, or was my alive routine. Oh well. But and there was lots of traffic here. There was a lot of traffic where we lived too before 1302. Lots of traffic, footwears from outside. They didn't care to took off their footwears and or put some kind of disposable covering on them. I can assure you, my cactus and my pussycat alive, and my pussycat dead. Died, not swine. They were not swine. It's all those other people. My cat was a good fur baby. Well, my Charles is a good cactus. And two, I do blame Norman Thompson, alleged my mom's youngest brother. Don't know where he was before he was at my front door. As swine. And all elsewhere as. All before, all during, all later, all since February 18, 2018, December 19, 2018, December 24, December 25, 2018, October 31, 2018, and all other times that celebrity stalker Norman Thompson, that is alleged my mother, youngest brother, was not invited. And often forced himself upon his alleged wanting to visit us, yet we never invited him. More than 17 years. Other people brought it in, and I'm sure that we're not the only ones had it in here where we lived. The staff, etc., other residents, swine, all those other people. The reason I bring this up today is because one of my neighbors and that person, other person's dog, friendly, and we had a good visit. And I didn't want to hurt anybody. I kept myself away very carefully. I don't want to kill anybody. I really, truly don't. I hope the dog is okay. I don't know about vaccines or anything. I'm not going to ask. Because I've been coughing. I was just there. I've been tested as far as I know. I'm not infectious and I'm not contagious. And I am not swine. At least that's doctor's 19. I never wanted to know those men and women and children. I didn't care those other people. I never wanted to. And also privacy and safety. You know how some other people might ask to use your handheld device, cell phone. Don't let them touch it. And be very careful who they're phone calling because they might be phone calling somebody that can cry harassment, bullying, and send the police. And the other person might not be found. And you could get punished judiciary for something that you didn't do purposefully. You were just trying to help somebody. Hopefully before January 1, all the clutter will be finally put in bigger storage containers that are not zipper. They have actual containers with lids that click on and off. And hopefully before the end of this month, without being harassed and bullied by other residents and their visitors and guests harassing and bullying us, stalking us, I'll be able to take out more garbage. The other day, one of the staff, maintenance and repairs, maintenance workers helped me. Took a bag of garbage from me and disposed of it because some days I just feel the pain, you know, like right now. I'm wearing a scrunchie and I shouldn't. Pain. Whereas I put it on my right wrist and it doesn't hurt as painfully. I've been fully vaccinated. Influenza and that other strain of influenza. I believe it's just another strain of influenza. COVID vaccine, COVID-19 SARS. It's just all influenza. It's just a more severe strain of it with and or without being influenza type K. That's all it is. It's just more flu. I don't care. I mean, I do care, although it's just another influenza. I Googled, I did more research on it. What I found, it just looked as another strain of influenza. All before, all during, all later, all since 1918. Influenza. Influenza. Respiratory. Just because I've been religious, scientific, and entertainment, don't blame me and don't blame my family. I'm not the one that created influenza of all those types. I didn't do it. I'm not the cause. As Bella says, we're not the cause. Most definitely did not cause the swine. Especially, I mean, I've seen maintenance workers, they all just kept their footwears on. They did not take off their feet or have a covering over their footwears. And all the internet, all the Wi-Fi's, all published, all public, and all mainstream news media showed and told it was a necessity. What's the word? Necessity to take those precautions. Yet they did not purposefully. I wouldn't want their feet anywhere. So that's one of the reasons I don't like fitted carpeting nowadays. Can't wash carpeting every week, every month. At least I can't nowadays. I like a floor can get washed. That's my newest updates, my health. This Friday I wore pink. Newest since my pussycat, Rudy Noel, died earlier this year. Enjoy. Read my mug. Did you not read it earlier today on the internet, social media? Read it now. World Health Organization. Let me check my give a shitometer. Nope, nothing. Me so pretty. Again, let me check my give a shitometer. Nope, nothing. World Health Organization. Nothing. Hello. I'm not retracting messages. I don't know what happened. I didn't get to look past it to read it. Coffee? No, tea. Maybe next time I'll have a coffee. Respectfully, as a 14-year-old, you're really pretty. Thank you. Awesome, cool outfit. Thank you. Do you have Instagram or no? No. Well, I used to have Instagram. I haven't been on there in a while. Why? Anything new happening there? I haven't been in a while. So YouTube is what you mainly use, pretty much nowadays. Yeah, I do. But yeah, it's my primary sort of. What do you prefer, tea or coffee? Depends on the flavors, I suppose. I can drink black coffee, although I've taken a like to sugar-free coffees. I don't put anything in my teas anymore. I don't know. It depends how strong the teas are too. Coffees. I like them both. I nowadays start my day first thing as a coffee. I don't know why to drink coffee black more. I'd say I like teas. I like both. Just depends on what I want to drink. Yes. I don't like my tea strong. I like my teas weak. And I haven't had an espresso in a very, very long time. Do you like hot chocolate? I haven't had hot chocolate in a long time. I used to have it, especially on Christmas Eve. I used to have chocolate, hot chocolate, I mean. Although since my cat died, I don't want to. I don't even use chocolate flavored sugar free syrups. It's just a thing. And I do eat chocolate occasionally because it helps with my recovery, my recuperating. Do you drink pop? Yes, sometimes. I prefer the zero flavor, unless it's ginger ale, then I don't have anything. And I don't like diet. I like the ginger ale, the real stuff without the word diet, without the word zero. That's the ones I prefer. But yeah, like Pepsi Zero, Coke Zero. What's your favorite pop? Nowadays, Pepsi Zero. Getting little mini cans and little mini bottles. I like the little mini cans. So. Although outside of that, I like ginger ale. Do you drink any energy drinks like Red Bull or anything else? No. Maybe when I was younger, I'm not allowed to because of my heart. Sinus bradycardia, low blood pressure could spike. And I might get a migraine. And I haven't had a migraine in a very long time. And I want to stay that way. No more migraines. Although the sinus bradycardia probably go away and it would speed up my heart. I really want to talk with you. I have a crush on you. Oh, thank you, LOL. did you delete your Instagram? Not that I know of. It should still be out there. It's all historical, all geographical, all financial. Should still be out there. Sometimes I did that. Some accounts of mine stagnant. Could I message you and will you reply back? I can try. I don't do all personal direct messages very often. DMs. Message retracted. I didn't detracted any messages. One. Oh. Two. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many followers do you have? Depends which account and where. On YouTube, I have more than 1,700. 1,700 nowadays. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. One, one, two, two, three, three, four, four, five, five, six, six, seven, seven, eight, eight, nine, nine, 10, 10, 10, 10. I messaged you on Instagram, lol.